Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk about some inexpensive pen options. Not everyone is able to or wants to spend hundreds of dollars on a fountain pen, nor do you really have to in this day and age. There are a lot of solid options out there for someone that just wants to enjoy writing but not spend a ton of money on a fountain pen. So today I'm going to talk about Hongdians. I previously talked about Hongdian a bit in my Amazon pen video. The next 2 or 3 videos, I think I want to talk about palettes, maybe some Schaeffers, and probably Lamy. Talk about some Lamys, inexpensive Lamys. But these are all made in China by Hongdian. The first one here is the N1, and I purchased this on eBay for $26. It came from China. It took about 3 weeks or so. At the finial there is some kind of bird, I think. I'm not sure. And on the band it just says Hongdian N1. The clip is sturdy. And again, this is the Hongdian N1. They call it the dark blue resin nebula. It's all acrylic or resin material. This doesn't move. It's just decorative band. And it accepts cartridges and converters. And it does come with a converter. Comes with a Hongdian converter. And this is an extra fine nib. Their typical Hongdian nib. And there's a plastic feed. This is the N6, and this is called their N6 resin black torpedo. So this is the resin. This is made out of resin. You see this is a piston filler with a red band here. You have an ink window, black nib, plastic feed. I'm not sure what the capacity of this piston filler is. And this cap here is metal. A little dash of red at the finial there. Well, at the top of the cap, not really the finial. There's nothing on the finial. And some random, some are Chinese characters, some are just random characters there on the cap. And on the band here it says Hongdian N6. N7. This is also a metal cap with a resin body, and this is their N7 gray rabbit. Although in the listing they list both these under the N7 green resin peacock, but this motif here is clearly based on a rabbit. So there's a rabbit at the finial, and it also says something rabbit there. And I'm not sure what those are. Some random, I don't know, zodiac signs or something like that. And again, you have 2 bands here at there's the piston. And this says this piston, it does move. Resin. Nice ink window. There's the nib. This is a fine nib. Plastic feed. And very quality. The clip. All of these clips are pretty much the same. Very sturdy. Very stiff clips. So the green peacock. She's based on a peacock. And again, it says peacock something there. Again, you have your resin material here. This is actually a metal. This in here is metal, and the grip is metal as well. And then you have your ink window. Very nice, with the gold surrounding the ink window. And this is an extra fine nib, plastic feed, metal cap. And to go back over the costs again, this is eBay $26, eBay $30. This was eBay $29, Amazon $29. And luckily both of these are available on Amazon in fine and extra fine. And for me, I was able to receive this the next day. These others took about 3 weeks to get to me. So I'll weigh these really quick. I won't do too much comparisons, otherwise, this video will take forever. But we'll weigh these. All of these have a little bit of ink. They aren't fully inked. So the N1 is 27.8. The N6 is 31.9. The N7 fine point is 38.7. The N7 extra fine is 38.4. And as far as size go, we have I'll take this one out to save room. We have a Lamy All-Star, and we say a Lamy Koeko for fun. So, they're kind of in the middle. No, not that much larger or that small, much smaller than any other pen. I already compared these, and they seem mostly similar in size posted to the Lamy 2000. So I'll just show you that there for the sake of time. They all about, the N6 is a little shorter than the others, but they're all about around the Lamy 2000 size. So if you have a Lamy 2000, that's a good reference for the size of these pens. And as far as the weight of a Lamy 2000, the Lamy feels quite a bit lighter than these, but we'll see. So the Lamy is 26, so the Lamy is closest to the N1 in weight. So I'll do some writing samples and give you some pros and cons. So the first one, and I'm not going to write both with my left and right hand today. I'm going to write with both hands, but I'm not going to repeat just to save time. So starting with my left hand, the name of this pen is the Hongdian N1 Dark Blue Resin. Nebula. This is an extra fine nib. Stainless steel, of course. The ink is from the Monteverde Blue. The blue collection. This is my favorite blue, is the Capri Blue. And again, this was eBay. $26. So I'll start with my right hand, some pros and cons. Some pros is that this is a very smooth writer, especially for an extra fine. It is comfortable to write with. There are no sharp edges or anything here, and the grip has a little lip there, so that's comfortable. It doesn't feel cheap. It's inexpensive. But it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel as nice as the other three, but it doesn't feel cheap. And converter included. And you can see there it is skipping. Not much line weight variation. And you see in reverse, it's so in reverse. So cons, the biggest con for this pen is that it does skip. And I think the nib just needs a good cleaning and some run a brass sheet through the tines. And I think that's all that it really needs. And another con is the QC. Will it stand the test of time? You know, when you buy a Pilot or a Lamy, that for the most part it's going to last for ages. But for these, you know, you never really know. And I'll say limited line variation if that's important to you. But yeah, it's comfortable. It's not back heavy. It's just like I said. It just really needs. I think the nib just needs a good cleaning. So that's the Hongdian N1. In an earlier video, I also talked about some even more inexpensive or less expensive Hongdians. I forget the name of them, but they're the skinnier ones. They come in different colors. I pretty much only use those for drawing now. I've never had any issues with those hard starting or stopping or skipping. So I've had pretty much, you know, success with all my Hongdians except for one. So that's why I hold out a lot of hope for this, that this can be remedied. So next up is the N6. With my right hand, it's a Hongdian N6 resin, and they call this the Black Torpedo. And this is a fine point stainless steel. The ink is Monteverde Raven Noir, my second favorite ink, and this was $30 on eBay. The first pro should be obvious, is that this is ultra, well, not obvious to you. This is ultra smooth writer. Smooth an E. But the one thing that should be obvious is that it doesn't skip. It's reliable. I don't think this is ever skipped. Doesn't skip ever. Has an ink window. It is sleek, I would say. Very sleek look to it. And the materials are quality materials. This is feels like a very thick plastic or resin, and the cap is also very solid build. Like I said, the clips are all sturdy, and it's a piston filler, which I like piston fillers, and you can post it or not, and it's not, back heavy or anything. Comfortable again. Cons, I don't really have any cons. I mean, it is not on Amazon, so if you're going to buy it from eBay, the shipping time is extended, but I'm sure we're all used to that if we order on eBay. Let's see about the not too much. It does flex, but the line variation, there is no line variation. In reverse, it writes pretty well in reverse. So I guess if line variation is important, again, it's limited. But that's not really important to everyone, I don't think. So now I'm going to talk about the two N7s. Switch up my paper so you can see. So the first one is the N7 gray resin, and this is actually the rabbit, although they list both of these under the green peacock. And the gray one is a fine stainless steel. And as you can see, I haven't had any issues writing left or right with these. The ink is again Monteverde Raven Noir, and this was $29 eBay. I think I'll do the pros and cons for the N7s together. So the next N7 is a N7 green resin. This is the peacock themed model, and this is extra fine. Stainless steel. The ink is the Pilot. I forget the name of it. I just got that yesterday. Pilot Irishu Shoku. It's the purple, bluish purple. I'll put it in the description. And this was $29 Amazon, next day shipping. So pros, Both of these are ultra smooth, no skipping. Ink windows, just like the N6. Piston feel. Quality. At least it feels like they're quality materials. We'll see how they hold up. Can't think of anything else. No skipping. It's the biggest. Like, it just doesn't. It's just so reliable. Cons. I don't think I really have any for the N7. I mean, again, time will tell if it holds up. But overall, you know, I really, and the good thing, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can just order these. If they don't work, send it back, piece of cake. But I really would recommend these. And I will also keep a lookout if you don't want to buy and wait for shipping. I will also look for this on Amazon as well. It's not there yet, but hopefully it'll be there pretty soon. I notice more and more pens are starting to show up for Amazon Prime. The N1, I can't really. I think if you're going to spend $26, I would just buy. I mean, these just feel so much solid with the metal cap. These just, and the piston feel, it just feels miles above the N1. So I think if you're going to invest in a nice Hongdian more than the $10, $15 ones on Amazon, I would go with either one of these, but these are definitely my two favorites. The only reason why this is not at the top is because I prefer this body style over the torpedo bullet style or cigar shape. But that's the Hongdian N1, N6, and N7. I'm a big fan, and I'm sure I'll be a fan of this one once I clean it out. I think they're a good value for the money. I won't get into the politics of buying from China. I understand people's hesitation, and I definitely respect that. But I think they're a good value for the money. And if you don't mind the shipping time, political issues, I think they're a good bargain. And like I said, I really haven't had problems with any Hongdian except for this N1. And with all the $10 ones that I got, I think I have like maybe seven of those in different colors, and some other random Hongdians, and they all are good writers. So hopefully this helped a little bit. And again, I will probably chat about some inexpensive pilots in my next video. So until then, take care, and I will catch you later. So I almost forgot. I forgot to show you. Not all of these, I think, from my memory, came with a case. But the one that I got off of Amazon did come with this case, and also came with this tool to, I guess if you want, this is a cleaning tool for the piston. I don't remember if these two from China came with this case and with this tool. I don't recall. From my memory, it seems like they just came wrapped in a piece of plastic, but I could be wrong. But if you order on Amazon, this is what you'll receive as far as case materials for the N7. So for real, until next time, take care.